if I'm not mistaken, last week I've done a video, a podcast, and asking the question: do black immigrants, more particularly Haitians, do we have, you know, should we be considered part of the black culture? Should we, you know, be part of black culture, African American culture? And so there was like some couple of answers. I even had one troll basically um saying that well, we should mind our own business, the general idea. And then but the question that I have now is, well, because I already understand that we are not part of black culture. I mean, we appreciate the culture, we appreciate some of the things that my alarm's going on. All right, so like we appreciate some of the um things that the culture offers, such as hip hop, um, the fashion, a lot of positive thing as well as a lot of negative as well. So then, therefore, now the question arrives is, if you're not part of the African American culture, then do you even now have the right to speak on African American culture or to speak on, ADOS or FBA issues? So that is a very interesting question because um, you might have few that would actually say, why not? And you're gonna have those who would say that, they're not really you know, it shouldn't be, which I understand that part. And you also have the extreme category that will say, fuck no, mind your fucking business, and so on and so forth. But I say yes. Hear me out. Here's the reason why. Um, as a Haitian diaspora that lives in a society which you contribute to the functioning of the society, right? You pay your taxes. Well, I pay my taxes, which goes towards the school, that goes towards the social programming, the social programs, that goes through a lot of shit. So then, therefore, if I am contributing to a culture or to a society, then why should I not have the right to speak on it? That is one point. And the second point as well goes like this: if I can be part of the conversation, if let's say African Americans or ADOS can now actually talk about my culture, which they can, so then why can I not actually have a response to what they're saying about my culture? So a lot of times, some of the things that I say happens to be some sort of response to some of the justification of what's going on in black culture. Like I get, up till recently, we start, let's say you have pro-black such as Tariq saying that a lot of these crimes are being committed by, black immigrants. So then we start taking on some of the blames for the behavior of African Americans. So then, therefore, why should I not then, as being part of black immigrants, then why should I not have a say or have a response to those allegations? If someone's actually accusing you or accusing your peers of doing something, then don't you have the right to actually speak on your people's character? I think that's a valid point. So then, if you can say that, well, these black immigrants, they coming over here, they are committing the crimes, which we'll get blamed for, and they are taking away our opportunities. So that's why we are struggling. That's why we can't get ahead. So then, if you can bring me into the equation of your issues, So then I have every right to then address those issues to say that, you're not really correct there, buddy. How can I steal your opportunities when you didn't want it in the first place? The opportunity was just there lying about. How could you say that, we're responsible for this crime that's being committed? Some, yes. But all of it? Come on now. Or you try to make it seems like, you know, everything was fine until the black immigrant showed up like some avatar shit. Come on now. So it's all these allegations, all these justification. Basically, the fact that we're speaking up against some of these allegations then kind of disprove. We're pretty much chipping away at some of these excuses that you would give yourself as to why your culture cannot move forward. But this is now when you could actually now address and say that, well, then what about your culture? Or it ain't shit. And to which I will agree with you. My culture at the moment is pretty bad. My my culture, I like my culture, but the country itself, Haiti itself, is in a bad situation. And you have every right to speak on the situation that's going on in Haiti. Every right. You know why? Because in my podcast and my platform, I bring the issue up. So if I make it a public issue, then I know that there will be criticism on my culture. If I didn't want to, I would actually have the whole podcast in Creole or in French. So then, therefore, it would be a conversation only amongst Haitians. But I chose to actually display some of those information in English for two reasons. One, because I welcome those criticism. Because sometimes you can have good idea comes from different places, you know. And two, I already understand that there will be negative connotation that would actually speak. People will speak negatively about my culture out of spite because I have been critical of African American culture as well. So then, therefore, if you're going to address my culture out of spite, hey, you have every reason to do so. So, who am I to give you the right to tell you or what you should or should not speak about? Just like nobody gives you the right to tell me on what I shouldn't speak about, because you have made the African American issues as a public platform. You have made ADOS as a public platform. You have made the issue of um what you call it, reparation and all this other shit as a public discussion. And if all these discussions are being taking place on this manosphere, on this sphere, then I have the right to speak on it just as much as you. So now, Haiti, I mean, Haitian diaspora and African American culture, we do have a lot in common. We suffer from a lot of the similar issues that we're facing. Polygamy is one of them. Um, we let the wrong people lead the charge, lead our destiny, while many of the brain that can actually make the society function is actually exodus out of the society which they can actually provide for, which they can actually bring about positive change for. But because they were in the way of those who actually want to rule, they were in the way of those who wants to be in charge. So then therefore there was no place for them. So they had to go elsewhere to actually find the opportunities which they needed in order for them to thrive, in order for their families to thrive. And as far as bringing things back in the community to actually fix the community and shit like that, hey, listen, I'm all for it. However, one thing I will not allow you to do is to use me as an excuse why you are not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Just like if I ever want to use African American or American, period, as the reason why Haiti's not progressing, I want you to hold me accountable. because the problem that's going on in Haiti, it's not Americans' fault. Yeah, I trust me. I have plenty of excuses why it is the fault of the superpowers. Plenty of excuses, but I'm not gonna give my people a pass. I'm not gonna give Haitian a pass because we done fucked up. There's a lot of things that we need to do and we can do. All it takes is hard work, dedication, and a lot of bullshit that we have to go through. And I want you to do the same as well. So while I'm here in this society, while I'm contributing to this society, while you can criticize my culture, so can I. I have every right to speak on ADOS issues or FBA issues, just like you have every right to speak on Haitian issues or Black immigrants issues, whatever the fucking case may be. Because ideas are bulletproof. Ideas are meant to be discussed. Ideas are meant to be dissected. Ideas are meant to be deconstructive, pull it apart, and be able to pull it back together again to see if it actually still works. So this is Arbanaka. Share, like. I definitely want to hear your comment about this. So what do you say? Do you believe I'm wrong? I want to hear your perspective. What is your perspective? Do you believe that, if you don't belong and, if you're not African American, you should then shut the fuck up? Or do you understand where I'm coming from as far as my perspective? We can have a dialogue about this. All right. Well, anyway, so share, like, comment. And if you are new to this channel, go to my catalog, check it out. If you understand my perspective or you think you can rock with the kid, subscribe, man. All right. Peace.